Okay, so let me just start off by introducing myself. As you most of us here know, ComicK, well, you should know, it's shut down. It is back up, but it is now a tracking site. As you can see here, tracking site or online database of information related to manga, manhwa, etc., etc. Only ComicIO and .dev. All the other sites are fake. If you're using it, stop now before you get like your account hacked and then just erase your data. Or like if you had the same password for anything else, change it before your account is hacked once again. If you're already logged in, try to change your passwords for everything. I know it's difficult, but keep an eye open for everything. So, what does being a tracker actually mean? So, it means it looks exactly like the old ComicK, as most of us know, except when, for example, if I go to click this one, if I go to click read now, it will literally be like normal. But let's say I click the first chapter, there's nothing to read, etc., etc. It will tell you there's comics still, but it's not worth it. If you go here, I have to click this whole thing. It doesn't even open a whole like new thing. It searches it. There's like no sites, no nothing. So I have to click here, read it on these sites, as you see here. It won't even look like this. This is an extension I have that makes it look nice, by the way. I just want to say that. But anyways, I'm going to show you how to export your list on ComicK. So even though you lost your 1.5 months of data, as you can see, none of these are updated to like September 15th when it shut down. You can still have like a lot of your months data. If you did make your account relatively new, so like 1.5 months, you know what I'm saying, around that time, I'm sorry, but your thing is gone. I recommend you export it to AnyList, MAL, as you can see here, downloaded. I will sign it into MAL, for example, let's put stars, ignore that, skip avatar, let's put that, import my list. As you can see here, with my list that I did download right now, I just literally just have to download it first, obviously. But all I have to do is drag it here, and you'll add my whole list. You can add some of the lists, as you can see here. I don't know what most of these are, but most of the list should be here, as you can see here. It's not fully, it's not 100% because of etc. obviously. And I was reading other sites which are automatically updated, which is number one site, which I will tell you guys about. As you can see here, is planning. It's not really sorted because I never used to sort it out, which is something I'm going to actually talk about at the end, or near the end. Let's start off by talking about the first site, like the worst site in my opinion, like where it's top like 6, maybe top 5. Yeah, I would say top 5. So this is a go-to site. The only problem is it did get hit, nuked, meaning it's not there. It's not at that level. It's obviously more for manga than manhwa, etc. And manhwa, like the Korean stuff and Chinese. It does have good stuff in it, but it's not worth it. So in my opinion, when it does have something, it has something. It's very good. When it doesn't have something, it's the worst side in my opinion compared to all of these. Now, the second worst, but I want to say worst because it is the best site in my opinion. Like in the aspect for new users. If you're new to like that community, you lost your account, come here. If for example your account was not working or was hacked, etc., blah blah blah, can't access your list, go here, rebuild your list. And you see the UI, it's not the best, especially if you came from ComicK. Obviously now I'm more used to like the worst UI because ComicK is done. But my first day when I saw this, I was like, nah. But then when I saw the other ones, it did look better. Not these ones here, but like it did look relatively better. So what I meant when I say you want to rebuild your list, if you go to MP list, I don't know what MP list, maybe probably members or something, you can see all these lists that are new, that are being created right now. If they make it public, I can't speak more because I'm a bit shy. I'll be honest, I'm a bit shy. But so let's say most likes, it's an introduction. Like if you want to read, go here. There's a lot of good things here. A lot of things I've read, but I recommend going here. There's a lot of good things added here. But the only problem I have with the site, which is why it's so low compared to the other sites, is simply because it doesn't have. There's a lot of duplicates. Sometimes it doesn't even have the newest sites. And I believe the reason is because members can upload it. So unlike ComicK, for example, let me go back to ComicK and remove all of this stuff. If I go here to ComicK and I go here, there's multiple official Galaxy. I don't know what official does, but anyways, like these series from the official like Galaxy scans or whatever, where there's multiple like choices to read, it's just all text. But anyways, it does fall off in that aspect that you don't see everything. It's like, so instead of ComicK where it's like one chapter and there's like multiple like other sites where it just puts the first one to come out, then it puts the most popular one after. This it creates like 2 or 3 versions of Eternally Regressing Nights, and eventually you get things that are behind, things that fell off where translators just dropped it, they got lazy, you know what I'm saying, there's delays, all of that. That's where it goes down, in my opinion. Now next up, Alright, it's not here right now. But if I put Artsume, it's this side. This side, it's nice. I'll admit, it's very nice. Very, very nice. The UI is nice. My opinion, I don't really, the only thing I really don't like about it is how it's stretched out. I don't know why it's stretched out. Like, it feels like it's stretched. Like, look, it feels like you're pulling it up. But other than that, it's very nice. It feels more like a manga site, but it does have manual. And when it does have manual, it has it. The database, the library, I don't know how big it is. So that's why it falls off for me. But other than that, it's very nice. And I mean, very nice. Like, what the things it does have nice. As you can see here, I love the way it goes like to top. I think that's 10, 9. Then it goes top 10 right here. I love the way it does that. Like even with ComicK, and you can also add to your list. So like any normal person going out logged in can go like, okay, let me add to any list. Let me click it. Boom, adds to it. I don't know if it tracks. If it does track automatically, the best. Like even new things which I didn't know were here, which I want to read now. I click this. This is interesting. I do recommend this. I'll literally keep it here because I want to read that now, and it looks interesting. All of these stuff. There's comics. Yes, peak. This is peak. But I gotta recommend being marinated. This. You know what I'm saying? There's each opinions, like all read, unread. You know what I'm saying? You can keep track of your thing. And then let's not talk about you can download it offline. Do you know how hard before the ComicK thing I was trying to download apps on iOS to read online? Okay, it does have swear words, but like look, if you read online, no, just zip file with all the pages. Excuse me? Tell me one site that does this. Like ComicK didn't do that. And okay, you can just download it. You get notifications, you can bookmark and things, which is nice. And yet cloud, it's on cloud. It tracks it automatically. This is like a good site. I do recommend it for beginners more than Manga Park. No, I don't. Manga Park to create your list, then go here somehow if you're able to import it. The reason why it's so low is simply because you can't import it. And the fact I personally believe is relatively new. I feel like it's too new for the community, but it's not too new where it's down. You get me? It's just new. Then let's go to what I consider the other parts. Astro Scans and Flame Comics. I'm saying these two together simply because it's my video, but I believe unlike these ones where it has like a large database, they don't really do. But what they do best. Like here, if you read, for example, this, it literally says Astro Scans there because it uses the Astro Scans thing, which is why I'm going out. Like, for example, I'll click it and it will literally be now. That's a teaser for something coming up. That's a teaser, by the way. That's a whole teaser. If you like the reason why it's this, that's a teaser. I'm not gonna tell you why, but that's a teaser. Okay, let's start with Astro Scans. What Astro Scans does, it does best in my opinion. Oh shit, it's back. See, look, things I forgot completely about its bag, fam. But anyways, what Astro Scan does, it does best. The reason why I fell off is because of this subscription. Before ComicK, before all of this, I was reading Astro Scans. Like, genuinely, the reason I have a problem with this because it'll be like a new chapter coming out, then it'll be like 5 hours until it goes public, and I'm like, gang, what are you doing, fam? It's even like 2 or 3 hours, 5 hours. Like that's where it hit. If it was like 2 or 3 hours, I'll be like, okay, I'll charge it. Well, it's nothing serious. But 5 hours, come on. But Astro Scans, like it's more action based, like manhwa, Korean and Chinese stuff. Like and what they do best, I can't lie. This is more regression, obviously, but there's some things where like ComicK and like Astro Scans they collide, they do the same thing. For example, these two, I'm pretty sure they do the same. But look, there's the shit right there. But whatever they do, both of these, like it's the best thing ever. I'm pretty sure I might be wrong, but this is Raven Scan and Flame Comics combined together. So when Raven Scan, is it Raven? I think it's Raven Scan. I might be wrong. I forgot it. But when that one black one, like scans fell off or shut down, which was in my opinion better than Astro Scans. It was literally us. I don't know if Astro Scans was involved in that attack, but anyways, hey, I'm gonna keep quiet. But when it did happen, I think they Flame Scans and Astro Scans combined. But in my opinion, I love this site. I don't use it. I'll tell you why. I do use it actually, but it's the best site. Moving on, we have Weeb Central. As you see here, look, they're all hot updates. They're all things I released recently together. If you look here, these are all peak. Like this is what I would recommend if you're new to the community, but you're not that new. For example, you don't have a list input, but you're middle tier. I recommend this site to you. It has everything you can want. It doesn't have that big of a library, but it has everything you can want. I mean, it speaks for itself. Like large community, I'm pretty sure it does actually. It has everything. The UI is probably the best we've seen so far, and yeah. Now, Manga Fire, the UI is not the best. Hear me out, but it has everything you could ever freaking want. Literally, everything you could ever want is on this site. The library is large. When building so much is sometimes unreliable. Really is. Like I see 40 minutes, my bad guys. Sometimes it's very unreliable. and that's where it hurts because this is peak. Now you can literally read anything you want here. Basically, it has everything. You have to find the right chapter though, like name. Also, what I mean by like the chapters can be slow. It cannot just update. It's unreliable in that sense. That's where it falls off for me. That's where I feel hurt. You know what I'm saying? But you can read everything here. You can import your list. So if you're from ComicK and you exported your list by going here, export, like I'm pretty sure I showed you guys this before. If you can do that, you can literally import it here and you'll have the majority of your list here. There might be wrong names, which it might not pull all of it. I'll be honest, because it's automatic. You can't really change anything. But it is. I recommend this. For all the sites I recommend this for is all for new users to use it. The first site is MangaPin. MangaPin is both an app, Google extension for iOS and Android. Best shit ever. As you can see, I already have it. It's literally just search it. Boom. You have to go through a whole process. But let's say you ignore, you just speed through the process like some idiot, fam. And you're like, oh my days. Oh, I forgot to add my imports. You can go here and literally you can link your AnyList. So now your AnyList is linked to the whole thing. It auto tracks from anything you add. You can literally import from your tracker, AnyList, authorize, and it's there. Then like go extensions, import from tracker, AnyList. Everything that you had before is here. Literally, it's all here. Then you can put your top apps, which I will tell you, which I'll recommend later on. Boom. You can go, it's basically a web browser. So I can go on Weeb Central on MangaPin and I can add. I'll go here, look. It's already here. Look, I can add to library. Read first. Like add to library is very simple. You can just do this. Blah blah blah. It's done. It's done. I can add sites. Arts Tomorrow. Let's put Elsewhere Scans. Let's put Flame Comics. Let's put where's Manga Fire? Manga Fire. All these sites that I mentioned are here. Let's put a universal one, which I recommend when you use this is Manga Hub. I don't really recommend it because you can't really see these. Like that's why I didn't put it here. But continue. Let's put 10. We'll do 10 at once, and we'll just keep scanning. There will be like these ones where like Korean, like romanticized. I'm sure that's what you call it. And you have to do it yourself. But other than that, it's literally peak. It's literally peak. I recommend this site for everyone. Once you're relatively new in that community, as you can see here, I recommend it. I love it. You should love it, etc. I will show you like a tutorial how to use it. This is like if you had from like the comic to, you know what I'm saying here. I don't know why it just stopped, but probably because I was moving away. But as you can see, it's just the best. Let's say you're relatively new to the whole thing. You want to use, you want to go to a new site, you want to, etc. You want to, let me go ask tomorrow. Let's add something I don't have. Let's say, I want to read One Piece. I don't know if I have One Piece. I'll be okay. Let me add One Piece. Look, can add here One Piece to here. Literally done. It's already linked on AnyList because I probably already had One Piece on it. But can go read, pause, plan, drop, complete it. I can if I knew what chapter I was, I can literally put the chapter. It literally goes from 1 to all the way to 1,000. Do you not see? It literally has tags, fam. It has tags. It has tags. I can literally put a start date if I have it. Do you understand how peak that is? Look how simple. The only problem I have here is because of this. That's why I have problems. Because it's like, let's be honest, it's not my whole thing. It's all in reading. Like, the majority, I'm not really reading a lot of these. But that's something you can easily sort because you will have time to sort it. I'm telling you, everything you do here is all working out. You get me? These ones here that have lines are because it doesn't have a chapters or named like chapters, but the images here, dungeons, everything is perfect here. If you get what I mean. And for those that aren't linked to AnyList, you can literally go, but you can literally put sites. So let's say all of them have problems, you can go here. I love the site. I recommend it. I will create a tutorial for it soon.